Hi, I'm Sonya White Jaguar, and welcome to this edition of White Jaguar Wednesdays, my semi-monthly series where I discuss spiritual subjects inspired by your questions. Today, I'd like to perform a short guided meditation to give you the opportunity to connect with an animal spirit guide. I recently conducted this meditation at a Reiki circle. I've been giving Reiki at this Reiki circle for years, and for 5 years I taught Reiki. And I used to perform this meditation during the Reiki Level 1 class. It was a really fun meditation. The students enjoyed it. It's something that I had learned to do during my Reiki Level 1 class when I was a student, and I learned it from my first Reiki teacher, and all the students enjoyed it. So it's something that my Reiki partner and I continued to do when we started teaching together. And so he asked me a couple of weeks ago to conduct this meditation at the Reiki circle. I'd never done that before. In the classes, we would have maybe on average 4 or 5 or 6 students, and at the Reiki circle there were 40 people that night. So I'd never conducted this meditation for that many people, and the results, interestingly enough, were very similar. During the classes, maybe there'd be 1 or 2 people who would not experience anything. They would not see an animal guide. Most people did, though. And the same thing was true at the Reiki circle as well. There was maybe 6 or 7 people who didn't have an experience. Everyone else saw something. There were the usual power animals like the horse and the bear and the eagle. And then there were some aquatic animals too, like a dolphin. There were birds. Some people saw the animal. Some people just sensed the animal. Some people got a message. Some people didn't. They just saw the animal. So it was across the board. But it was a very interesting experience, and it was a lot of fun. So that's why I'd like to conduct this meditation for you today, too, to give you the opportunity to have an experience with an animal spirit guide. And you may see something, you may get a message, you may just feel something. And if you don't have an experience, that's okay. You can do this meditation again in the future, and you might have a different experience. So with that, go ahead and make yourself comfortable. And in a moment, I'll play the drum, and I'll take you along a journey to meet your animal spirit guide. So feel free to either sit or lie down, whatever's more comfortable for you. And just take a moment. We'll do a body check first, and let's see if you're holding any tension. So make yourself comfortable and check around your face, your neck, and your shoulders. And if you're holding any tension in those areas, go ahead and release those. And if you're holding any tension in your arms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers, release any tension there. Check your lower back and release any tension there. Check your hips, your legs, your knees, your ankles, and finally your feet. And allow yourself to get more and more relaxed and sink into the cushion or the floor, wherever you're seated. Just breathe normally. Now I'd like you to imagine that you're in a beautiful place in nature. You might be on the beach, in a forest, by the sea, by a river, in the jungle. It could be a place anywhere you'd like to visit. It could be a place you've been to in life. It could be a place you've never visited but always wanted to. Or a place in your imagination. So allow yourself to take in your surroundings there and look around for a comfortable place to sit. You can sit on the ground, on a rock, or maybe there's a beautiful bench where you'd like to sit down. So make yourself comfortable and observe your surroundings. What do you see? Is the sun shining? Or is it nighttime? Can you see the moon? What do you hear? Can you hear animals in the distance? Can you hear the rustling of the wind? And what do you smell? Do you smell the sea? Do you smell flowers? Allow yourself to completely take in your surroundings. And now you notice in the distance, a figure is approaching you. It's an animal spirit guide. someone who has the highest intentions and has a message for you. Welcome your animal spirit guide to you. You might see it, you might sense it, you might hear it. Whatever you experience is okay. You can take a few moments on your own now to commune with your animal spirit guide. Ask it its name. Ask it why it's taken this form. And ask it what messages it has for you. Your animal spirit guide. Thank it for coming to you today, for presenting itself to you and sharing messages with you. Know that you can call upon this animal spirit guide anytime you have a question or need guidance. Now slowly allow yourself to come back to the room. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a few slow, deep breaths. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope that you enjoyed this meditation. I hope that you had an experience. I hope you met an animal spirit guide. If not, know that you can repeat this meditation anytime. And you might even meet a different spirit animal if you do this meditation more than once. Just like everything in life, animals are symbols. So you can look up the meaning of the animals on the internet. There's a lot of information out there now on the internet, and use that as a clue to determine what do you need in your life at this time. What are you ready for? On your spiritual path, and so use the information as clues. To help you in your daily life and on your spiritual path. So with that, I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will be producing more content in the future, more meditations and more answers to your questions. So if you have spiritual questions, please feel free to comment below or email me at sonya@sonyawhitejaguar.com. You can also subscribe to my newsletter on my website, sonyawhitejaguar.com. I send out the newsletters when I release a new video, and I also provide updates about the books that I'm working on. I'll be publishing some spiritual books in the coming months. So if you're interested, please sign up. And with that, I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.